Stephen Colbert had his last show on the late night show last week. And it was honestly just heartbreaking because I love Stephen Colbert. I loved watching him. I loved getting the news from him, but in a way that made me laugh, even though once I really had to think about it, it's like, this is no laughing matter. And it's really extra heartbreaking that the Trump administration and Donald Trump himself went so far as to just single him out and get him off the air. But Stephen Colbert gave an interview and he said this.
I don't have any fear of the administration doing anything to me. I mean, how silly would it be? How silly would it be? I mean, listen, my present situation aside, like the ending of the show aside, which people can speculate all they want, and I can't argue with their speculations, but we're clowns. How much does it diminish the office of the presidency to even notice what we say? That guy needs to know how to pick his battles. I mean, metaphorically and literally.
Yes, Donald Trump cannot ignore the clowns. And that is huge to say, like, he shouldn't even be aware of what we're saying. And if he is aware, maybe he should be able to laugh along with everyone else in this country. And is it a dementia thing? No, it certainly didn't start with dementia. It's malignant narcissism. Donald Trump is a bully. He is just the worst of the worst bully. And we all know that bullies can dish it out, but they can't take it. And so that's exactly what happened his whole life, where he just dished it out and dished it out and dished it out. And he was probably the stronger, more affluent type person, and he probably did hold the power. But now he's picking on Hollywood. Stephen Colbert doesn't give a shit. The network executives do, sure. Stephen Colbert knows he's going to be fine. And other people like Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel. And so, like, the malignant narcissism aspect of Donald Trump is what led him to focus so intently on what he now calls the fake media. They were never media, by the way. They are comedians on late night shows. You can talk about CNN, that might be different, but these are television show hosts who are looking to get laughs. And they know that they're going to be fine. And so they say things. And it led to Stephen Colbert getting kicked off. And that's malignant narcissism. But I do feel like likely dementia has made it worse. If you look at any type of dementia, they're going to have where they either hyper-focus on something that is not relevant, something like a frontotemporal dementia. You'll have someone who just is so disinhibited that there's just that, and perseverative, that they just focus and focus and focus. So instead of it being like a one-off and being like, I didn't like what you said, let me put a Truth Social post out, it became, let me completely get you taken off the air. Same thing with Jimmy Kimmel. So we have a president who is going after people because he doesn't like what they say, mostly about him. Narcissist, obviously. And he's not looking at everything else happening in the world around him. He's not looking at how he has destroyed the United States relationship with other countries, especially our allies. He's not looking at this is a war that we shouldn't be in. And so, gosh, I say it every time, but man, Donald Trump has got to go.